So Greenland is a new disaster film, end of the world type deal, by once again a guy, I don't know if I can pronounce his name, Rick Roman Vore. It's spelled Waugh. Is it Vore or War or I don't. Moving along,
Yeah,
and written
maybe.
by written by Chris Sparling, starring none other than Mister fucking blockbuster himself, Gerard fucking Butler, as
Gerard
well
Butler.
as Marina Baccarin and Roger Dale Floyd and various others. And essentially, it takes place in Gerard Butler is a structural engineer, and he there's a lot of talk about a comet that's passing by Earth that you can sort of see in space and stuff, and it's all quite a nice thing. And then slowly there's talk of a bit of the debris from the comet is going to be landing in the ocean. That'll be something fun to watch on the news. And as you can imagine, they've miscalculated, and the comet is actually a meteor. Because if you know about that, comets don't come into the atmosphere, but meteors do. So
Oh.
it comes into the atmosphere, and fucking shit hits the fan. And yeah, that's about all you need to know if you've watched the trailer.
Yeah.
But I actually quite enjoyed it, considering
I thought,
the setup. It sounds like a Roland Emmerich fucking disaster film. It's gonna be terrible, but it was actually pretty good. I quite liked it.
yeah. No, I'll go along with that. Actually, I thought it was going to be complete trash. And in fairness, there were bits that definitely held up to that prediction. But also, out of nowhere, it was like a fairly alright film. I don't know
Yeah.
how that happened. I'm trying to figure out why it was okay. Maybe it was because it was like the main character, Gerard Butler, wasn't saving the world. Maybe it's because they pitched it as him just being another person dealing with it and not having the power to stop everything or something.
I think
Which
that's it.
You get that kind of superhero complex sometimes, which
Yeah.
makes things even more hammy than they already are.
I think that's it. I think because it focused more on him just trying to save his family rather than, like you say, saving the world. And I think the characters were more interesting than they normally are. Like, normally in a disaster film, the characters are just the most one-dimensional nothing people ever. But I actually
Yeah.
gave a bit of a fuck. I found that him, his wife, played by Marina Baccarin, and their son. I found the son annoying as fuck. Every line of dialogue of his, it sounded like it should have been in a shit disaster film. But I cared enough about, well, mainly about Gerard Butler, to be honest. But yeah, I think it got you more. It was more of the human side of it rather than just seeing fucking skyscrapers being knocked over. Although there is some CGI in it and it's fairly good. But yeah, I was sold on it. I will say
Right.
that it had the typical thing of a lot of bad decisions were made, infuriating decisions to watch, where you're like, why the fuck would you do that in that situation? But I didn't really mind because I got kind of into it.
Yeah, no, I mean, it was very watchable. I disagree with you on a couple of things.
Okay.
One, I really didn't enjoy. I mean, the thing is, this wasn't a massive budget movie, but the special effects were really bad, I thought.
Were they?
Also, like some of the things. There's this one bit in the film that stuck with me. There's a guy recording the comet. And then it comes in, and he's like, "It's coming straight for us." And it's
Okay,
like one of
yeah, I
those shaky
remember
home
that
videos,
bit.
and it blows him up. Where the fuck did they get that footage
Literally,
from,
I
exactly?
watched this
Like-
with someone else, like while talking to someone else who was also watching it, and I said the exact same fucking thing. I was like, how would they have recovered that footage? And no, it just wouldn't happen.
They just fished the phone out of 14 feet deep of magma or something. Like, anyway, that's not the thing that wasn't the sticking point. Gerard Butler is fucking awful as an actor.
I liked him
I
in
thought
this.
the kid was better than him.
Oh no!
I
Well,
know,
no, I don't
like-
think the kid was a bad actor. I think he was given terrible, like cringe-worthy dialogue.
But I think, like, Gerard Butler was sort of written well into this. but he was still bad because he is a very bad actor.
No, I think you're being hard on Gerard there. This is one of his better performances. I'm not saying he's a good actor, but this is, by his standards, this was fine.
God, it's like, well done, Gerard. That was a really, really good performance there. We're just going to pop it up on the fridge. That was that kind of performance. It was, he's dog shit. But the special effects,
I'm trying to think of a film I actually
hammy.
think he's good in, but I'm struggling.
No, well, he is just a nothing actor. He's just somehow gotten really successful without having any... I guess he probably doesn't even have the range of Vin Diesel. Like,
oh, hold on. Vin Diesel was terrible. No, Gerard Butler's better than Vin Diesel.
Oh, I don't know if he
Don't
is.
do Gerard like that. But I do also love the niche that Gerard's found himself in, much like Sean Connery, where no matter what role he's playing, he just speaks in his own accent. It doesn't matter where he's from.
That was the other thing. Like, there's a bit in the film where he's in the back of a truck and someone says, "Where are you from?" I was like, "Thank
Atlanta."
you. Somebody's fucking asked, because you can't fucking tell, can you?
He says Atlanta in a fucking Scottish accent.
I'm from Atlanta. Are you really?
But I love him for
because it's
that.
not even a Scottish accent
care.
either. It's like a weird Scottish American.
It's a Scotsman that's been living in LA for years.
Yeah, but there's also like even a twang of Irish in there. I don't know. It's a strange one. It's a bit like Liam Neeson, except for Liam Neeson's is sort of okay to listen to.
Yeah, they're all in that same sort of bracket, I think. But I can forgive him for that, because I think he knows he's not the best actor in the world, but he's making bank, doesn't really care, and he's actually brought out a good film for once. So fucking hats off to you, Gerard. Alistair hates you. If you ever see him in person, beat him up, but buy me a beer.
All right. Well, let's do ratings. What are you going to rate it?
Well, I feel like mine's going to be higher. I'm going to go 6. I feel like a 6 is better than average. I think that's a good score.
No, I was going to give it a 6 as well. I think
we won't ask for individual actors' ratings.
Yeah. No, it's a 6 despite Gerard Butler, because it's actually like quite good for that kind of disaster movie. And when I rate things, I try and keep it like, well, what is it relative to? Yeah, you've got to put it in context.
Yeah, it's not. It was never going to be a fucking Oscar winner or anything, but for a disaster film, it's pretty good. Yeah, no, exactly. And it's included in Amazon Prime, so if anyone has Prime, fancies killing in 2 hours, go for it. Worth the time.